Hello there, Chris here from YRG, and I'm at the IREX 2025 show here at the Tokyo Big Site in Tokyo, Japan. I've just arrived at the Yamaha booth, and I did a quick little tour of all of the products that are new coming from Yamaha. So why don't you come along with me, and I'll show you some new things that I saw here exclusively on the first day of IREX. Let's go. So what we've got going on here is we've got some new low-profile Robonity actuators here. These are super low profile here. As you can see, these will be available in March, approximately. Some of them have ports on them here for purging. But, I mean, look at my finger here. I mean, look how low profile that is, that it's available. We also have, in the Robonity line, these are actually made out of iron. So these are like a metal. They're super heavy. I mean, I can't even pick this one up. I can't even hardly pick this one up here. So what does that mean? That means that the rigidity of this actuator in a smaller package, as you can see here, this is an iron Robonity right here. It's actually a special made Robonity for one of the semiconductor machines is what I've been told, and you can see how skinny it is, and it gives the carriage here a lot of rotational rigidity on there. So we've got some other Robonity actuators over here. Most of them here follow the same theme. That theme is how short of a profile, I mean the thinness of those. So we'll be looking forward to releasing those here in the US market soon. So this actuator here is a Robonity belt drive. As you can see, it's a really long actuator. The one on the left over there is also a belt drive. So that's exciting to see that we're going to have now an offering of belt drives versus ball screw coming out pretty soon in the Robonity line as well. It's a little bit hard to film this guy, but this is a really heavy payload ball screw Robonity that's coming out. And if we can read the sign there, 200 kilograms vertical and 100 kg depending on what speed you want to move your vertical payload at. So that's a big boy actuator coming out in the Robonity line as well. Okay, here's a great demo of how we use the SMU module. This is a new safety module here. And this is a case where this is an actual machine that's out in the field now. I've been told it's for semiconductor testing. There's an upside down SCARA there, and it's controlled by the SMU, and there's an operator zone here. And what happens is we have position monitoring and speed monitoring on this SCARA when it places a tray here, and you can use the request to enter button and open this door. And the automation in the background stays running because it's far enough away that you can't touch the automation. So then while this door is open, the SMU is controlling the SCARA that's moving the tray around there. So that's a primary application of allowing an operator to open the guard door and then protect the SCARA and keep the rest of the automation running in the background. Of course, Yamaha last year released the 7-axis. This is a 7-axis Cobot. 10 kg with Yamaha's own controller. This is one of the demos here at IREX showing an open source AI vision system called Dextron 2, which is very similar to YOLO if you're into that kind of thing. However, it's using an Intel 3D camera here. This is available in the US market. I believe this camera is only like $250 US. So it's doing 3D bin picking with this camera and an open source AI software and integrated into a Yamaha Cobot. And then of course, this is a little bit old news, but with just a firmware upgrade and an RCX 340 controller, you can add arc tracking. This NTN bowl here has an encoder on this, and we can pick up and track a part that's moving in an arc fashion, or we can also use a flexible feeder such as this one over here as well. And we also have a camera here that's taking a secondary picture. There's also a flyby setup where the robot can fly over the camera without stopping and adjust a fine position on that as well. Here's more of the Yamaha Cobot here, one of the other demos. Here's a really good close-up of the Cobot controller itself. It does have, in this particular case, Ethernet IP, Ethernet, lots of USB on there, of course. One of the most interesting things about it is it's 48 volt DC. So it's really designed to ride on an AGV because most AGVs have DC power. So this is not AC powered. So what's going on here is we're now able to offer an LCMR body with nothing in it, just the rails. And if you notice what's going on here, we're using a low cost, this is probably a $1,000 Robonity actuator with a motor on it, maybe $2,000, something like that. And with just, just, again, not very fancy, but, what's happening is the pallet comes here, the motor is shut off, and then the actuator over here has a little 3D printed catch that pulls the pallet. Or actually what's happening here is this looks like this is launching it, and this is launching it in here, and then that one there picks it up with a little rocker and moves it across here, not powered. And then once it gets to this module right here, the power turns back on, and then we take it back around and recirculate it with servos on. So basically, you're paying for a servo rail over here, but then right here, there's nothing, no servos being in this zone here. So you can reduce the cost by coming up with your own return system or do something similar that Yamaha has done here. Well, this unit here was running, but this is a really big 1200Z SCARA with the new 1200 SCARA robot with a custom 1200Z, really designed to do a 4x4 palletizing payload. They're tearing it apart and reconfiguring it for something else here right in the middle of the show. Kind of wild. All right, it's a little bit hard to film this machine, but this is a SMT machine, which is a surface mount machine. This video is not sped up. This thing is super fast, and what's really interesting about this is the LCMR unit, where typically a belt drive would be used here to move the circuit boards around. They've replaced that with an LCMR unit, and because it's servo powered for the conveying system, we're able to get a lot more throughput with an SMT machine. So that machine is running at full speed, and it's not being sped up. It's absolutely blazing fast.